Thank you very much. It means a lot for all of us that, first of all, you are here. It means a lot that you, Professor Fotakis, Professor Papadakis, had the vision and you created the structure and the base idea where now all of us are stepping, trying to improve it and make it somehow more adaptive and somehow representing better the current trends and situation in vision science. So we're speaking about a new program, but as you understand, it's a program with a strong history behind. And this is what I will try to show you now, in what way and why this old, very, very successful program evolved eventually to what we are trying to set up now, and what we are thinking that has all the all the necessary components to be successful and to be interesting for most of the people that they will attend. So, as you already heard, the program that existed before was optics and vision, so it was a program mainly focused on what we call visual optics. And this is what the first program was mainly about. And the curriculum and the idea was around visual optics. What happened is that during the years, it lasted approximately 15 years. During these years, we worked together, physics, mathematics, and eventually more disciplines. And we were preparing the lessons, we were working with the students, and slowly but steadily, we started understanding that what we were doing somehow was wider than the first core of the program. So it was visual optics. The first idea was visual optics. It was very strong. It was the period and the time that refractive surgery was evolving, and a lot of new knowledge, ideas, inventions, or whatever you can call it, was coming from the area of visual optics. Visual optics is the main core of ophthalmic diagnostics anyway. I mean, all the instruments that we are using are based on visual optics, so it was very strong, the component of visual optics, but at the point we found ourselves, as you heard before, working with drugs and sustained release, and we wanted to do something behind the eye, so visual pathways and upper let's say, processes of the vision. And all these components were eventually inside the program. We had the students that they were working in topics that they were very interesting to us, but not covered by the core of the programs, not covered by visual optics. Here you can see the component, the composition of the students of this previous program. We had a lot of students coming from disciplines other than medicine, and this was it was and it still is very important for us. So this is a program, it was a program, and this is a program that is, the audience is wide, and we want the audience to be wide, coming from all positive, let's say, sciences, from the area of mechanics, and of course from medicine. So we had a lot of physicists, doctors, optometrists, mathematics. You can see all the composition here. And then you can see here where they ended up. Most of them in Greece, but also there was a significant component that they made their careers and they worked abroad and they came back, or they stayed abroad. So this was an important parameter in our discussion about the next program. We wanted the new program to be wider, not only in disciplines and topics, but also in audience and in collaborations and in the institutions that can be collaborate with us. So abroad and having our eyes outside Greece was a component that somehow had as a result me speaking in English now. Okay, we had discussed a lot about giving the lessons of the previous programs in English, and we did not do it. So eventually, this time we decided that the program will be in English, and I will tell you afterwards more about this. So this is where the previous graduates ended up working: services, industry, education, academic, quite broad, areas. Many of our graduates were ophthalmologists, but many other, professions and disciplines also. So the components of the program as it is today, of the program that we are trying to build, were already there. We were working a lot with advanced optics. This was another thing that somehow gave us a strong motive for an important change of this program. We started working with the Department of Physics, but very quickly we understood that most of the interesting, strong initiative work that was happening, it was done in the institutes of ITE, of the Foundation of Research. So this was again something that we took very seriously, and we decided that the Foundation of Research and Technology should be one of the partners, not only a place that sometimes some of the students end up doing their work in their laboratory. So advanced optics, then materials and drugs. So although our first partner was the Department of Physics, we ended up working more closely with the Department of Materials and Science of Materials, with TEMI now. Then neurophysiology, it is clear, but it became, as time was passing, very clear to all of us working in the program that you cannot discuss, speak, understand, or work with vision if you do not include in this discussion neurosciences at the level of the eye and at the level of visual optics and of the brain. So neurophysiology should be in the program. Ophthalmic oncology, during this period, Stathis started his work with ophthalmic oncology, and it became very important because we ended up being the reference center of the country for ophthalmic oncology. At the same time, we had the luck to collaborate with a group of physicists working with lasers, high power lasers in the retinol, having interest in oncology, and this gave a good, again, area of collaboration and new science to be done. And I told you before about fourth and laboratories and institutions. So the idea is, let's do something that will retain the force and the basic directions of the previous program, but we will broaden the scope and we will broaden all the things that we could incorporate based on our previous experience. So topics, new topics. I told you, neurophysiology, ophthalmic pharmacology. We have we used to have a very close collaboration with the laboratory of polymers in the Department of Materials, and we decided that this should be part of our program. Ophthalmic oncology, advanced optics and applications, not only with a, let's say, restricted vision or direction of ophthalmic applications, but broadly, more broadly, taking advantage of the experience of the institutes, laboratories, and scientists like Yannis Zaharakis and Dimitris Papazoglou in ITE. So we decided that these should be components of the new program. Another thing that it became very clear as time passed with the previous program was that although the conception from the beginning was about an interdisciplinary program, and although this program had a lot of scientists coming from different directions, the depth of interdisciplinary collaboration was not as much as we would like. So we tried to understand how we could improve this component. There are two things. First, sometime after, let's say, 15 years, we found ourselves with the need to change the directions of the program, okay? So we said, okay, if we start doing something new, perhaps we should design it in a way that it could be adaptable by design. So we will make it in a way that if we, after 3-4 years, we decide that we need to add or remove something, we can do it, one. And second, let's design it in a way that from the first day, the disciplines that participate will work together, not only theoretically, but they will set up some of the lessons of the program together. So we ended up with the idea of the interdisciplinary modules that we will make the third semester of the program. The idea is that the students will have 2 semesters of lessons of general, let's say, scope. Keep in mind that we are speaking about students coming from very, very different directions, and we want them to end up understanding things related to the eye anatomy, physiology, pathology, vision, optics, mathematics, so they need to somehow have this knowledge. And then instead of going on with lessons of this kind, we decided to make a semester where we will have, students who will take 4 lessons. Each of these lessons will be around an interdisciplinary problem. So we will take a problem or a question or a topic which requires interdisciplinary collaboration. We will make it a lesson. We will have at least 2 participants, 2 disciplines to make these lessons, and we will create this way a semester where the students will be exposed to problems that they are interdisciplinary. They will exposed to the vision, to the view of these problems, at least from 2 or 3 disciplines, and this way they will understand somehow how we navigate to solve a problem that requires more than one discipline to be solved. The idea is not to present or to show any possible problem. The idea is to show how disciplines collaborate between them, and the students being able to understand these dynamics, be exposed to way of thinking coming from different directions, see laboratories. Okay, they will come to the laboratory in our vision and optics. They will go to the laboratory of optics in vision. They will go to mathematics. So they will see they go to the laboratory of physiology. They will be exposed to different laboratories, and this is 3rd semester. and they will be ready the next semester with the last one, the fourth semester, to choose what they really like and where they really want to work for their thesis. So this is another, let's say, new component of this program, and practically we believe that this, we hope that this will be the most strong component of this program. The inclusion of FITE, I told you, we believe that this was a very cardinal moment, making the foundation of research an equal partner in this work, in this program. And of course, the audience. We are very much interested to have students coming from abroad, but more than this, we are interested to prepare both with the knowledge that they will take, but also with the language that they will be taught. We want our students to be prepared to work in a very wide area, let's say. We know already that many of our, in the previous program, language was not, let's say, an obstacle for the students that they wanted to go abroad, okay? If you want to go, they go, and they had excellent, you will see, we have some of them later on in the afternoon and they will speak, they had excellent careers. But we think that if the whole program is somehow set in English, it will be much easier for the students to seek for work and career afterwards. It will be much easier for us to collaborate with other institutions abroad. It will be much better, and this will improve overall the program. And so this is it. We hope that this way we will create a new program, dynamic, focused in research, in application of optics and visual science. We really envision that the interdisciplinary component will be very strong, and it will be a program that it's worth taking and it's worth spending 2 years, because it's a full-time program, and so it requires that the students, they will remain focused for 2 years in order to complete it. And we believe, and okay, we have the experience of the previous students. You will hear some of them. We know that the area of vision science and the applications is a new area. It's extremely dynamic. You will. It's easy. It gives you. If you are ready with knowledge in this area, you have a serious and very strong advantage in the work place, let's say, in the work area. So we would like to have to see our graduates excelling in whatever level and area they want, in academia, in science, in laboratories, and in industry. In industry a lot. Industry is an important, let's say, area. In the previous program, we tried a lot somehow to interconnect the program with the industry. We hope that this time we will be better prepared. We have some people from the industry also later in the afternoon to tell us their idea about the program. Some of them, there is people now working in industry that they have finished our previous program, which is again important. So this is the general concept.